Hello and welcome to your sixth project or your fifth project with Sam. If you'll notice, the name says 6A, but on your activity list it is 5A. So again, make sure that you change your name to _2 so that you can submit it for grading with Sam. I'm going to just jump right on into step 1. I have my instructions printed. So step 1 says you are the volunteer fundraising coordinator for the ASPEN centers, and you are writing a form letter to encourage past donors to support the centers again. To use the standard format for letters, change the page orientation to portrait. So we're going to go up here on the tab and choose layout and orientation, portrait. Step 2. To increase the amount of space at the top of the first page, specify the absolute vertical position of the shape containing the letterhead as 1 inch below the page. So we'll click on the shape itself, go up to shape format, and position, more layout options, and it wants the absolute vertical position, which is down here, vertical absolute position, to be 1 inch below the page. So we have 0.75 below the page right now. We'll bump that up to 1. Step 3, at the bottom of page 1 and continuing on page 2, convert the 11 paragraphs of text starting with name and ending with South Bend to a table with 3 columns to make the information easier to read. So from name down to South Bend, okay, so don't stop here. Let's go all the way down to South Bend here. And it says to insert as table. So we'll go to insert, go to table, and we'll say convert text to table. Number of columns 3, that's right. There we go. Step 4. To improve the appearance of the new table, formatted as follows. A. Apply the grid table 4 accent 5 style to the table. So while it is still highlighted, we're going to go up to table design. And here's our table styles here. So we need to choose grid table 4 accent 5. So we'll click this drop down button. Grid tables are here. So we just got to scroll and hover to look for grid table 4 accent 5. So we're in the accent 5, grid table 4 accent 5. B, use the auto fit contents feature to resize the entire table to fit its contents. So while again it is still all highlighted, I'm going to do this. If you happen to not, or click outside so that it's not highlighted, a quick way to highlight it is to just hover over and you'll see this square in the top left hand corner. Click on that and it quickly highlights the whole thing again. So I'm going to go up to layout and auto fit here, auto fit contents. Step 5. Because the table exceeds the length of page 1, repeat the table header rows across pages. So click on the header row up here. Make sure your insertion point is up there. And then in the layout tab on the ribbon, go to the far right and you'll see repeat header rows. Click on that and you'll see that it repeats that same header row that you had selected up here, down here. Step 6. To clarify the contents of the table, sort the table contents in ascending order, first by type of contribution and then by center location. So I'm going to click inside here and go up to sort, which again is on the layout tab on the ribbon. And it says to sort in ascending order. They're both in ascending order. First by type of contribution and then by center location. Okay, so that's how you do that. Sort by, then by. Okay, perfect. Step 7. To set up the document as a form letter, start the step-by-step mail merge wizard. All right, so we'll click outside of the table, go up to mailings, and start mail merge, step-by-step mail merge. It says choose letters as a document type, which is done there. So next, start typing or starting document. We're into step 2 of 6. And it says then choose to use current document as the starting document, which is already defaulted selected here. So we will go to next, select recipients. Choose to create a new recipient list and then customize the columns in the recipient list as follows. So we need to click type a new list and then we have to click create. Now it says in A, customize the columns by deleting the company name, country or region, work phone, and email address fields. So we are going to have to click down here on customize columns and start getting rid of those. So company name, click on that, click your delete button. Yes. Country or region, delete, yes. Work phone, delete, yes. Email address, delete, yes. Click OK. B, rename the home field using mobile phone as the new field name. All right, I'm going to go back into customize columns and I need to change home phone to mobile phone. So we'll click rename. Mobile phone, okay. And C says add a new field to the end of the address list using amount as the field name. So we'll just click add and type in amount. Okay, okay, now amount is there at the end. Click OK. Okay, so step 8 says enter the address information for the 2 recipients shown in bold in table 1 below, and then save the data source using a name of your choice. So we're going to start filling in some information here. So the title, we're going to start with record 1. It's Mr. and then just hit tab. Make sure when you're typing this in that you don't have any typos because you will unfortunately get this whole step wrong if there is one typo. Alright, now we've got that done. We need to add in Jean. To do that, we're going to have to say new entry and then go with Jean's information. She doesn't have an address to line, so just skip over that one. Okay, click OK. I'm updating because I've already saved mine as the name Flowers. However, you will be asked to save it as a name. Choose whatever name you want. I just chose Flowers. You can use your name, you can use insignificant characters, it doesn't matter. So I saved mine. Mine shows up as Flowers, and those are the 2 recipients that we added in. So click OK. Step 9, continue to step 4 in the mail merge wizard. So over here says step 3 of 6. Next, write your letter. So we'll move to step for, and then use the date content control with the click here to select date, placeholder text to select the date April 6, 2020. So we're going to go up to font, click here to select date. So we're just going to click on that guy, click the little button here, and we're going to choose April 6th, 2020. I remember teaching this when that date hadn't yet come to pass. There we go. Step 10, insert the inside address as follows. So select the placeholder text, insert inside address, this one here. Notice how this one has a bolded gray around it because the content control is there. It's not on this one, so they're asking you to do this. So select the placeholder text. To do that, highlight it, and then insert an address block merge field. If you look over to the right hand side, you'll see address block right here. So click, and now we get to choose Mr. Joshua Randall Jr., which is defaulted right there, and just click OK. Now you're going to want to get rid of that. B says delete the placeholder text. So make sure that you just have your address block content holder right there. Step 11, insert the greeting line as follows. So A, select the placeholder text. Again, selecting the placeholder text means we'll just highlight it. Insert a greeting line merge field. So again, over to the right, we'll find the greeting line merge field. Click on it, and we need to choose Dear Joshua. So Dear and just Joshua. Click OK. And again, B says to delete this placeholder text. Step 12, in the paragraph above the table, right here, select the amount, there we go, placeholder text, and then insert a merge field for amount to include the previous donation amount for each recipient. So make sure that you have the amount word and the 2 square brackets highlighted when you select. And then we're going to go over here to more items, and we're going to click on amount and insert, and then close. Notice how there's no space here between this arrow and the T, so you're going to have to put a space in there because that will mark it wrong if you do not have this space there. Step 13. To include a personalized postscript, add an if field as follows. So, A, in the blank paragraph at the bottom of page 2, so just click down here and it'll go to the blank paragraph. Insert an if then else rule. So to insert a rule, we're going to stay on the mailings tab here, go to rules, click on if then else. B, compare whether the city is equal to Bloomington. So make sure that you spell this right. C says use the following as the true text. So insert this text is the true text. So we'll type in P period S period. Make sure there are no typos in this one either, or you will get this step marked wrong. And don't forget your period at the end. Otherwise, insert this text is D, the false text. So click here and type in, oops, and period. Okay. Alright, so I hope to see you at the talent show next Friday is the true text. And if the address line up here ends up being somebody different than Bloomington, it's going to give the false text. Step 14, continue to step 5 of the mail merge wizard. So step 4 of 6, click next. So we go to step 5. Then edit the recipient list to sort the data records in ascending order by zip code in preparation for bulk mailing. So we'll click on Edit Recipient List. We will click on Sort, and we will sort by zip code and ascending order, which is defaulted. So click OK and OK. Step 15. Complete the mail merge as follows in the lettered steps below. You will merge to a new document and then copy the contents of the merged file to the end of your original document so that all of your assignment papers appear in the same file. So half of this is for Sam to grade one specific paper. So 15A says continue to step 6 of the mail merge wizard and then merge all records to a new document. So we will go to next, complete the mail merge, and then we will go up to finish and merge, edit individual documents, merge all records, click OK. Notice how this one says letters 1. So this is a new document that you have now. This is your merged letters. So you're going to see Jean Williams, you entered her recipient address earlier, and here's George Montoya. Okay, so I was showing you with the if then else rule earlier. So Jean's address is South Bend, which means her address is not Bloomington, so she gets false text. The next time you're in Bloomington, stop by Aspen Center on 3rd Street. George's is Bloomington, so he gets the true text. I hope to see you at the talent show next Friday. Okay, so 15B, in the new document containing the merged form letters, press Ctrl-A to select all contents in the document and then copy the selected text to the Office clipboard. So make sure you've got inside here selected anywhere, and then on your keyboard click Ctrl-A, and that selects everything in the whole document. Okay. Once it is, you can go up here and click Copy. Alright, then it says C. In the document, first, last name, so the original document, I'm going to minimize this one, and here's my original document. Move the insertion point to the blank paragraph at the top of page 3, so that's going to be the end of your paper, right there. And then paste the merged form letter into the main document. So you can go to the Home tab and click the Paste button there. D says, verify that the pasted merged form letters appear only on pages 3 to 6 of the document. So if you notice down here, it says page 7 of 7. So we're going to have to make sure that we get rid of this last page. To do so, I'm going to get you to turn on your paragraph marks right here, show and hide. Just make sure that we get everything deleted. There we go. 6 of 7. But that is still there. How do we get rid of it? We're going to get rid of this page break and section page break. To do that, make sure your insertion point is at the beginning and hit the delete key on your keyboard. Now you pop back down to the 7th page. Perfect. Hit your backspace key. There. Now you have 6 pages. You can turn off the show and hide, and you are good. So E said to delete the page break in the next section page break. And F says turn off the preview of the mail merge results. So I'm just going to go on up to the top and show you what happens when you do that. So if you notice, you pasted in Jean and George, but the very top has Jean in here because the preview is on. If we go to mailings and click preview results, it goes back to the generic address block and grading line. Alright, so that's what Sam is going to be grading you on. Alright, so Now that you have that done, make sure you save it and submit this document. You can just delete or close down the letters 1 document, the one that you merged to. You can get rid of that one. This is the only one that you're going to be submitting for grading.